Many questions arise, and the questions is quite difficult to answer. But in today's package, I'm going to answer most of the questions that are risen while making most of this video. Hello everyone, welcome back to another segment. On today's episode, we are going to look into her Chinese family and also African lady back in Tanzania. Right away, you can see that a African lady is a planting season, and she's being held by her husband who he's in Tanzania, heading her, in the planting, in the cultivation, and every single work she did. Most questions are raising by so many persons, most of our fans, and we're asking why should or why is it that most Chinese men love African ladies, or why is African ladies, why do they love Chinese men? This is a vice versa question. Well, in a subsequent episode, I'm going to answer most of other questions that are raising. Back then, over the years, you realize that the numbers of African lady being gotten married to Chinese men are increasing every day, and most persons are actually feel disturbed. Also, if you check back, you realize that the numbers of Chinese men being married to Africans, are increasing also. This is the vice versa. It's not only the Chinese men that's very eager to marry African ladies, but also the African ladies are more willingly to go into the Chinese environment. First of all, note if you look back in the Chinese environment, you note that these people or the community are well friendly and they are well helping. Depending on the kind of environment you find yourself, most African ladies who land in the rural area were so lucky enough. Some of them are lucky, and some of other persons, most of them are lucky, while some other few persons they're unfortunate. If you can look, mostly if you look from studies, those that got married to the Chinese people, either they've been loved, they've been cared for, and they've been helped. So that is why you see most African women are actually going into the Chinese environment. One thing to note that the Chinese people they are more helping, and apart from that, they are assisting, and not culture and traditions. They don't beef or they don't segregate. What they do is to take each individual to welcome all African ladies and welcome them into their family and take them as one. So this has increased a kind of communication power and increased the kind of stability in the community, and also among African ladies who are willingly to get married to the Chinese men. We saw declaration. One would be wondering, is there no other good men in Africa, or is it just that the men in Africa they are bad people, or they are not, wife helping, or all the kind of questions. This has also caused a kind of shake among her friends. But notwithstanding, I think in my own view, I think love itself has no boundaries. Love itself can go far. Love itself can spray. It doesn't matter the country. It doesn't matter the state. It doesn't matter, the culture and the tradition. When it comes to love, love goes ahead to declare and to go far, which the mind cannot, with us. So as for me, I think the African men they are doing their home part, and they are also good in one way or the other. In our subsequent episode, we are going to talk about Africans, also those Africans who got married. Should I say, okay, the African men who got married to Chinese men or to other countries, or those Africans who got married to Africans. In our subsequent video, we'll be talking more and more about this, and we are going to educate us about all this, that is happening in relationship, culture, and tradition pertaining families and more of it. Well, right now you can see that our African lady is becoming more coach, and she has been the one preparing Chinese meals for her husband. Yes, ever since he is in Tanzania. For what you mean, you were like, how did she learn the culture? How did she learn the cooking? How did she learn the language? Very interesting. When one puts the mind, and I know some persons they have the kind of mind, striking mind to learn languages, including theirs. While some other persons, she's somehow. But I think our African lady for more interest to learn the Chinese language so that she will understand what you're saying, and she might not get lost in the environment. Well, as you can see here, we have a Chinese husband. The building completion, the building and all of that other projects which is handling in Tanzania. He's been almost completion. In our subsequent video, we'll see how it goes, but notwithstanding, I think everything is in perfect shape. All right, this is where I'll be wrapping up today's episode. I hope you're enlightened on today's package. Please do stay tuned and stay blessed, and always remember, lovelies, stay cool for now. Bye for now.